Hey guys, it's Isopods and more with me. I hope everything's going well with you, you're taking care of yourselves, and the ones you love. My kiddos are here again, and I'm just going to do an unboxing. It's been a wonderful journey. I want to thank Stephanie Kreidler at Kreidler's Critters. I'll link that information below. This package came late by no fault at all of Stephanie's, actually, in spite of her keeping me up to date on it and all of that. But the USPS did its best to literally switch the delivery from yesterday to today as I was watching it in real time. So thank you, Stephanie, for the patience, specifically in dealing with me. I don't get personal with a lot of people as I tend to be very talkative. I can be rather pedantic and downright overbearing, more so when people are open and understanding. I tend to kind of lose track of myself, so I don't get personal with a lot of people. And I did with Stephanie to a degree, and she was very accommodating, very nice, very understanding, and very knowledgeable and wonderful with isopods. So I do want to get these guys unboxed and put into their enclosure that I have waiting for them. I'll talk more about that after, but as I mentioned, because these guys were in transit an extra day, I don't want to talk too much, and I'm very excited to get these guys unboxed and show off some of the other stuff that's in there. So I hope everything's going well with you, you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. Let's hop into this box. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. Let's pop this bad boy open. This is kind of not ideal as my space is cramped, so sorry. But here we have the boring stuff, the paperwork. I'll flash that and you can pause it if it's anything. But I do want to, actually. This is what I love, the personal, passionate people doing things that they love. Thank you again, Stephanie. So, what I ordered, and actually before I hop into this, no, I'll do that after. Let's get right into this. I did order leaves, because again, I'm always, as I say, chasing the leaf dragon. I was very excited about the way she described the leaves. There's a nice variety in here, variety in terms of the leaves and their conditions. These are some, actually, the bags are larger than I expected. And she actually compacted them slightly to be able to better accommodate the shipping. So let's put those aside. Oh, I love that. You know, I never would have thought in my life of all the things I'd be happy to get box full of dirt, leaves, bugs, and sticks. So I'm going to assume this is the good stuff. I'm going to hold that. And then I did order, this is, again, more of the good stuff I love. You can see nicely covered. There's a few of those in there. I think she actually sent more than I ordered. I think I ordered 2 or 4 or something, but thank you. They're going to love this. And then, as I always try to do when I order bugs from someone, if they have substrate available, I do always try to order, because again, that is something I'm always kind of behind on. I'm not comfortable enough right now putting together my own substrate, and I'm also not comfortable collecting my own leaves because of potentially introducing the bad stuff to my guys. Now, this is the good stuff. This is what I'm super excited about. Hey guys, post-editing here, I just wanted to take a moment and kind of apologize to Stephanie and you all, in that this video was a little more rushed than usual, and that's just based on the fact that, as I mentioned in the video, it was late, and I always worry about the condition of my guys, so I just felt a little more rushed, and I realized I didn't take time to pay as much attention as needs to be focused on this, because the leaves are wonderful, that substrate is packed nice and thick, and then I wanted to make sure I did focus on that, because my guys are going to love that. I mean, I love it. I don't even eat the stuff. I mean, just look at that. This is some wonderful looking stuff. And again, the packaging is nice, and I'm not particular about that stuff. That's not my end, but it is very nicely packaged. There's a lot of it there, and as I mentioned, thank you. The leaves are in abundance. The soil, that bag is nice and heavy. So as my leaves fall, and that wood looks great. Stephanie, thank you again for this. I did want to make sure I took at least a minute or so and gave a little highlight to this, because I was so focused on both the isopods and the time frame of this that I kind of lost sight of this, and I didn't want to do that because, as you can see, it deserves that much more attention. I'm going to get one more zoom in here and then be on my way so you guys a good shot of that. Oh, and nice. So, Stephanie, just so you're aware, I hope you watch this at some point. This is still very, I won't say hot, not by any means, but it has quite a bit of warmth to it. So now I'm very, 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 very happy about that. So, I am not going to be pulling out the macro lens. I'm struggling with it. That's another story for another day. But I will pull these out. I want to make sure this is over something relatively soft. Let's get into here. Now, as I'm doing this, I do want to say that part of what happened is I purchased from a local exotic reptile gentleman on 2 separate occasions zebras. Once I got a gang of normal zebras, nothing great. I mean, nothing bad. That was great. The next group I got had such a diverse group in it. I had 4 high whites. Sadly, one of them, the larger ones, died. I'm hoping it was maturity. But I also have chocolates, what I think are champagnes in there, and just a wonderful variety. But because there was such a small number of the high whites, I wanted to get more. And I'm going to be putting them in their own little thing and hopefully do a lot more breeding projects with zebras. I'm loving these guys. And here we go. These are nice and small, but still a good variety. Specifically, like on the bottom side there, you can see the really small one and some, but none of these are too large, which is good. In fact, I'm going to do that for another video, but I was talking to Chance about some things just to be not wary of, but aware of when purchasing isopods, and it's less with these guys and more with exotic, the more modern, top of the line ones. And I'm glad he had that conversation with me. But let me see if I can I'm gonna zoom in, and like I mentioned, I don't want to play around too. I do want to get these guys and gals into their home because they had a long trip. My anxiety was through the roof with their transit, so I can only imagine what these guys are going through. But as mentioned, at least it was nice and warm with that heat pack. So, man, I can't wait till I can get proficient, because this would be so perfect with that macro lens. I'm going to do a video maybe trying to get a little bit of help on that. I'm not going to prattle on too more. I could look at these guys forever. I'm going to stop this video, get that bin out, take these in their new home. One other video that I will be doing very soon is taking the individuals out of my main zebra colony and putting them with these guys and get that going. So let's hop into that part of the video. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be putting these bubbles. Excuse my shadow. I'm going to give a quick spray. Make it too moist, but this is the moist side. Alrighty. Thank you so much again. This part I'm always nervous about because I wanna. These guys are a lot hardier than I give them credit for, and I'm so nervous about handling them, and so I'm always nervous I'm gonna drop, squish, or smush one or something like that. So I'm gonna try and get on the right side here, actually, to get the shadow out. Again, I'm at least getting slightly proficient at looking into the camera a little bit. And this is what I'm not complaining at all, but a lot of the times they send larger chunks and then they tend to want to unwind fully, and I don't want to take all of them out at once, so I get a little bit nervous. I like these smaller pieces. Drop you guys off right there in that moist end. Yeah, so I don't like to have to pull all of them out at one time. Doesn't look like there's any in there. I don't want to, again, have them out too much. I don't want to stress these ladies and gents any more than they have already been. I'm just reach around here. And now, of course, the pieces are all smaller. I think that is it. Yeah, I'm going to pull this off, get a nice little close-up, and then go about our way. So here we have our new group of crazies. Beautiful looking zebras. And I am going to throw them some good food here. In fact, give them some of that good Supreme Isopod chow from Supreme Gecko. Throw some of that in there, get these guys some full bellies. Hopefully this place will be a lot nicer than what they just went through. Again, for me, having these guys is not a luxury or anything like that. It's about making sure I give them, hopefully, better than they can get anywhere else. That includes better than hopefully, what you could give them. But it's not a competition. My point is, I don't like to skimp. I want to make sure they have everything they need to flourish. And I know that trip was not ideal. So I'm going to turn the light off. Throw them some food, give them some rest. I hope everything's going well with you. You're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. I'm going to go spend time with more of the ones I love, maybe play some Uno or Jenga. So, happy Saturday, and go easy. Give someone you love a hug.